Hey guys, welcome to the channel. And today I'm going to go over what my Apple journey was like. It started in 2017 and it spanned all the way till this year in 2026. But it all started in August of 2026 when I was working for Best Buy. I was making about $12 an hour. I was a full-time employee and I decided to apply for Apple. I had 3 interviews and it wasn't until early October when they asked, how would you like to join as a part-time seasonal employee? Now, it was a gamble for me for sure, because going from a full-time permanent position to a part-time seasonal position was quite challenging for me. But I decided to put my chips in. I said yes. For the next couple of months, I picked up as many hours as I could. I tried to stand out. And in December, I got a call asking if I wanted to stay on more permanently. Still part-time, but a permanent position. I said yes. In January, they asked if I wanted to join the Genius Bar. And I figured it's something different. It was an easier path to promotions, for growth. So I said yes. In January, I started as a tech specialist, a level 1 position really. So I started learning. I was basically taking appointment after appointment, maybe 30 or 40 appointments a day, multiple customers at the same time. It became a routine for me. And that March, they asked me, hey, you've shown interest in wanting full-time. How would you like full-time? And I, of course, said yes. And at this point, I was a full-time permanent employee at Apple and everything was great. Fast forward to the end of 2019. This was November. I applied for a tech expert position, so a level above what I was doing. I had about 3 interviews for it and I got it. I started at the end of December, and at this point it was a bump in pay, but more responsibility. I was responsible for repairing iPhones as well as mentoring others. And then 2020 hit and the pandemic had us close the stores in March of 2020. And originally it was supposed to be closed for about 14 days. A month later, they decided, hey, we're actually gonna stay closed for a little bit longer. And they asked some of us, myself included, if I wanted to take support calls. And I figured, hey, it's experience and it's a great story to tell if I want to move up. So I said yes. Training was about a week and I started taking a few phone calls. And at that point I was like, this sucks. It was just phone call after phone call with almost no break in between each phone call, aside from the 2 breaks and the lunch they would give you. But it was just phone call after phone call and people were not happy and they would take it out on us. I quickly started to hate it. I did that for the next few months, and it wasn't until end of June that Apple decided to start slowly opening some of their stores. We had proper precautions of masks and social distancing. And we were open for several months, I want to say through pretty much after iPhone launch. In October, they decided to close again to take precaution. And so I went back to taking phone calls, just dreading those days. And in February of 2021 is when Apple decided to start opening their stores again. So same precautions, same social distancing, same masking requirements. And slowly throughout the year, they started relaxing some of their policies. So social distancing went away eventually and masks became optional. And it was also at that time when leadership and management started to change. And not just at the store level, it was all the way at the top. And that's when things really started to feel different. I remember when I first started, it was more about human connection and the customer experience. After, I felt like they were just really harboring on metrics and numbers. And so it became almost like Best Buy to a certain degree. And it was 2024 when I realized I needed to change. I needed to do something different. I was burnt out. So I went back to school. I started getting my IT certifications. And in 2025, I started for the first time looking for a new job. Now the job market in 2025, 2026 has been really tough. I would send out applications all over the place looking for a place to take me. And it wasn't until early 2026 that I finally got offered a new job. So I knew it was a place that I could grow and I could learn and something different. So April 1st was my last day, April Fool's joke too, as well as it being Apple's 50th anniversary. And so I closed that chapter. Now, I had some really great experiences. I met some really great people, and it was great working for Apple, but it's still retail at the end of the day. Probably the best of retail, but it's still retail. And that's my journey. Comment down below if you just started working for Apple, or if you're thinking about applying for Apple, or even if you were an Apple employee just like me, your experience was the same or the complete opposite.